And welcome to an Eternium video. This week we have, for the next 9 days, a war supplies event running. So I thought I'd run through just an overview of how this works. Most of the targets here are pretty self-explanatory. Collect 100 gemstones, collect 200 gemstones, complete 10 story levels, 10 troll levels, kill 100 elites, creatures, eliminate 20 bosses, and finally craft 10 unique items, quality legendary or better, and a minimum level of level 70. What I'll do is I'll start off with this last one because it's the one that usually catches people out, and they craft the wrong items and don't realise, and it causes them to get frustrated and jump onto the forums to say, why isn't this working? So what I'll do is run on over to the blacksmith and we'll have a look at the items that actually count towards that achievement. So we need to craft unique items only. So under weapons,
the forest always felt like home.
under our melee weapons, we've given a nice big hint of unique. So Elven Sector, Muckraiser and Deirdre's Resolve, those will count towards the achievement. Arcane offhands, we've got the Necronomicon. I don't believe there are any arcane weapons, no. So neither of these will, the weapons within these sets are unique, so those won't count. Shields, we've got 2, Rylock's Deflector and Encrypted Shield. So crafting any of those will work. Armour, there is no unique armour. There is a category for it, but it's empty. However, we've got capes. We've got 2 unique capes, so the Integralis Mantle and the Carnival Cape. You can craft those. On bracers, the Bracer of Mastery will count if you've got that unlocked. It's 100 glory to unlock, so newer players probably won't be able to do that just yet. Belts, again, any of the ones that you have got unlocked. I've got 2 here, Sash of the Igniter and Frostfire Sash. If you've unlocked any of the others, then you can craft those as well, and those will count towards that achievement. And finally, trinkets. We've got unique. The Charm of QOL, that will be unlocked for everyone, so new players, you can craft that to count towards the achievement. Otherwise, it's any of the others that you've unlocked. What I'm going to do for this character is just craft some Talisman of Power to work towards that achievement. And the reason for that is that I've got a level 74, I'm trying to get everything up to 77 on this character, apart from the Bracer Mastery, which, because I've got a 200%, which is the maximum death from above damage stat, I'm not going to waste a ton of materials trying to craft anything better than that. So we'll go for a Talisman of Power. We'll have 10 attempts at this, see if we can get something better than a 74. Last time out crafting with this character, I got this 77 cape, so I'm not expecting anything good for a long time yet with this one, but it's a character that I'm keeping, so I still don't mind doing the odd craft with it, although it would be far more sensible and cheaper to craft with a new character. So under Trinkets, unique Talisman of Power, I want haste, power, ability rate and experience. And if I craft that, probably going to run out of mithril if we do 10 of these. I probably won't show all of them. So I'm not going to keep that one. but we will see that that has counted 1 towards this target here. So I'll finish that target off camera. It's just to show how you start building that one up. The way that I tend to run war supply events is I try to do multiple things at the same time. So, for example, if I'm running story levels, I will aim to run a story level that has a boss at the end of it. There are a number of story levels that we can run to achieve that, so I shall show you all of those. At the same time as doing those, there's going to be elite creatures on those maps, so that will start counting towards this target, and we'll get gemstones along the way, so that will count towards both of these at the same time. Again, running trials, it's good to, if you've got them, run currency boosters during your trials. During these sorts of events, we've got an increased gemstone drop rate of 15%. So if I were to come to my stash and use a 200% currency booster, it increases gemstones by 400%. So gold is 200%, gemstones is 400%. I'm going to use one of those. By my calculations, if this war supplies event is the same as previous ones, when I run trial 100, I should get 31 gemstones at the end of that run. If you're a newer player and you're not able to run high trials, it's not a problem. Something as low as 7, if you've got a 200% booster, is still going to give you, I believe, 21 gems or gemstones. So 10 runs of trial 7 will complete your 10 trials, and at the end of that you should have your 200 gemstones done as well. I'm going to run trial 100 and just check that we get 31 gemstones dropped from that, so we'll do that together. Not expecting a spectacular run, I've not played for a few days, so we'll see how this goes.
Bad guys ahead. Take down the healer. Now,
on the map here we can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 elites, so that's going to start counting towards that target as well. We've got 100 of those to kill over the course of this event. You can see them quite easily on the map. They show up as skulls. They've got little auras around them as well, usually, so you'll see a coloured circle on the mob. But let's carry on with this.
burn, yes. Freeze. Kill the sucker.
So because we've got our booster there was a nice explosion of gemstones and gold at the end. Let's see. Yes, we got 31 gemstones. So If you are new, Troll 7, 21 gemstones, something like Troll 25 will give you 25 gemstones per run with one of those boosters. So it's a nice and easy way of filling that up. If we jump in on we can see here we got 15 elites off that level as well. Killing Kara at the end has counted 1 towards our boss kills, but let's just have a look at some story levels where we can build up our story level completion and also count towards our bosses. So on World 1 we've got 2 maps that we can run. Siege of Anderhelm. At the end of that map we've got Magroth. He's there at Severed Mountain and you might be able to kill him, but he won't count on Severed Mountain. He's supposed to be able to escape, and your proper fight is at Siege of Anderhelm. So Siege of Anderhelm, if you run that, that will count towards your boss kills, and so does the Broken Dragon. On World 2 we've got the Temple, and there's a large lizard thing at the end of that, that will count. On World 3 we have Elben at the Crucible of however you pronounce war, whatever that's pronounced as. And on World 4 all the way to the end, and Kara at the end of the underworld will also count. Did I see one where, let's at least do one where I've not done 5 stars yet, so we'll get some gems along the way as well. So I'm going to run the temple and we'll sprint straight to the end, kill the boss, and just confirm that that's updated our story runs and our boss kills as well.
Freeze! Kaboom! Now it's time. Gemstone!
And so we see we've done our first story and our bosses are now on 2 of 20. So that's how I run 10 stories. I'll pick 10 story levels with a boss at the end. That will get me halfway through this, and then 10 trolls completes that one and this one. And whilst running those 10 trolls, it's going to have filled up the 100 and 200 gemstones, and probably the elite creatures as well. And then it's just a case of sitting at the crafting station crafting unique items. Hopefully you found this useful. If there's anything you want to know about war supplies, feel free to ask questions down in the comments below, and I will hopefully be able to give you an answer as soon as I'm online again. Thank you.